Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the incumbent president Donald Trump versus currently the Democratic nominee for New York's 14th House District, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I just put Ocasio-Cortez because her full name would be too long, and this only says Trump anyway. A little bit of background on Ocasio-Cortez. So a very high-ranking Democratic incumbent wasn't really expected to take on much of a challenge. But then Miss Cortez came along, and she fits in well with Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders as more progressive members instead of the incumbent, who was he was progressive, but he wasn't as progressive, would be the best way I can put it. But in any event, let's get this started. Obviously the West Coast, Illinois, New York, New Mexico, I guess, would be safe. All these states over here would be safe. Maine's 1st District, Hawaii, would all be safe. The regular Midwestern states would go for Donald Trump. Let's see here. Are there any that I'm missing? Alaska, I'm missing. Indiana, we'll put it in the safe column. Why not? So right now it is Cortez 188, Trump 125. Let's pull out the likely leaning toss-up. Let's start with likely Trump. Texas would be likely. Georgia would be likely. Keep in mind that she has a northeastern appeal, if anything else. Nebraska, Maine's, both of their 2nd congressional districts would go for Donald Trump. For Ocasio-Cortez, Colorado, I think would be likely for her. Virginia would be likely for her. Maine at large, probably likely for her. That about wraps up the likely leaning states. Nevada, I think Ocasio-Cortez would do well in Nevada. I think she would also win Minnesota. She would do fairly well. She wouldn't do super with the Hispanic vote, but I think in the end Trump would keep Florida. Trump would keep Arizona. Trump would keep Iowa and Ohio. Trump would keep North Carolina. The Rust Belt's tough, but New Hampshire is, by my estimations, the most libertarian state in the Union. And if I'm being honest, libertarians wouldn't like this race very much. You have a socialist and you have a protectionist, like a corporatist, and neither candidate would seem that good. And considering Trump only lost by 2,000 votes, I think that because there's a socialist on the other, a self-proclaimed socialist, might I add, on the other side, they could potentially flip. Trump, I think, could flip that state. Now, for the Rust Belt, This is really tricky in the Rust Belt. Because progressives seem to do, like Bernie did pretty alright in the Rust Belt. Um, I think I might actually have to split up the Rust Belt. I think that Michigan, I'm pretty sure, would go for Ocasio-Cortez. Um, Wisconsin, I think Wisconsin and Pennsylvania would vote for Trump. Um, Michigan was the closest of the three races, and I think Bernie Sanders won Michigan over Hillary Clinton by the most points as well. Um, Michigan is one of the few states where like their more rural areas vote Democratic, which cannot be said for Pennsylvania or Wisconsin. So my final electoral map is a little bit closer than it was in 2016, but Trump still wins and retains his the presidency 294 to Ocasio-Cortez's 244. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Comment down below what you think about any changes or future videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.